Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudman. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The start he was hoping for there is he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, David, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lynch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On second down, David. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. To throw once more on second and 10, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Jackson. Flush to his right. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. On second and goal. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They'll run on 1st down. Streets, a nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Second and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Streets. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side taken in by Streets. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They're running with Starks. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review play,
So that challenge, a successful one. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
2nd and 3. He's got his man. This is Tate. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh,
and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle. An even 90 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Streets. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Completes it to Davis.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Don't give him nothing.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3-and-out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And taken right on the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down now. Streets. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Ravens have got it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Jackson now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Fires this quickly to Tate. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens offense back out there.
What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll set up a throw. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and